Welcome, everybody, to episode 8 of the Squared Circle. It's always a pleasure to be here for you guys. With me tonight, a different little panel tonight, but still good, still great. Obviously, the infamous John's here.
What's up, fans? Happy National Superhero Day. Go Captain America. John Judd. I am on Twitter at JJ_SK28.
And you may remember him from the WrestleMania special, Eric.
Hey guys, I'm back. It's Eric, the personality on Twitter.
And I'm Cody, your ever so lovely host at WLater30. At Twitter, whatever it is. Who cares? Twitter's stupid. All right, on to the Raw crap tonight. It was a pretty bad Raw. I think we can all agree. It was pretty terrible. Start off real quick. What threw me off a little bit was Ryback versus Usos was a Raw match. I kind of thought that would be a pay-per-view match. John, your opinion on how they put that on Raw the week before the pay-per-view?
It's Ryback. He doesn't sell tickets. He doesn't sell pay-per-views. The match was all right. It just, I think they pulled the right card there. It's not a pay-per-view quality match. The Usos can have a great match with anybody, just not Ryback. They'd have a better chance wrestling a Rock.
It was a good match. I mean, actually, Ryback didn't do too bad. And, Jimmy Uso played the whole hurt. Actually, Jimmy Uso jumped on the ring, grabbed his ankle, cut to commercial, come back, and he's got his hamstring taped up, which kind of threw me off a little bit. WWE for you. But, Eric, your thoughts on why this wasn't a pay-per-view match?
I think the card's already pretty full. Not the greatest matches of the pay-per-view, so they didn't want to squeeze in another match. And they already did the pre-show match ready, so... But yeah, I love how you guys keep saying just Ryback because it's Rybaxel. We do have Curtis Axel there too.
Well, Curtis Axel is still pretty good. I like Curtis Axel, just not Ryback.
Although, I mean, the best part of the match was Curtis Axel nailed a perfect plex on Jey Uso, and Jimmy came off the top rope with a splash, and whatever. I get it mixed up. They got tattoos different. I don't know, but it was great. It was great in the match. Anyways, should have been pay-per-view, I think. So no tag team match in the pay-per-view? Is that what we're going with here, or is there going to be a special thing on SmackDown happening? Any predictions on if there's going to be tag team in the Extreme Rules? John?
Well, there is a tag team. It's the 3-on-3 match between El Torito.
I meant for the championship. We're not talking about the WLC yet, all right? We'll get to that later.
I can't wait for that match. I'm sorry. No, yeah, God, no. They're not going to have two title matches between two different teams in 1 week. It's no, and like Eric said, the card's full, so no.
All right, we'll move on to that. The next thing is Hugh Jackman came back. I guess we got to kind of talk about that a little bit because it was the battle of the buried guys tonight. Damien Sandow came out dressed like Magneto, which it's National Superhero Day, so. Eric, give a little insight of what you thought about the Hugh Jackman, Dolph Ziggler, Damien Sandow showdown. Probably was terrible, I'm hoping you think.
Yeah, me being a huge comic book nerd and everything, it was pretty terrible. Yeah, it was funny for Sandow to be in what looked like Magneto PJs. But other than that, no, it was pointless. Nice little promo for the movie coming out at the end of the next month, but that's about it.
John?
Yeah, I was waiting for Zack Ryder to come out, though. Like, I thought it was like an awkward silence there, like they were waiting on something, and I thought, like, somebody hadn't cued Ryder's music. But I think what's got to be said there is Hugh Jackman's got some moves in the ring. He did a nice hip toss there.
John, I will hip toss you right now and show you how easy that move is.
Well, when in Rome.
All right. Moving on from that, obviously he was just there to promote the new X-Men movie, which is probably going to be awesome. But
by the way, if we're going to throw out things for the pay-per-view, Damien Sandow versus Dolph Ziggler, buried alive match.
Should be because they've both been buried by the WWE. All right, next thing on Raw happened was Swagger and Zeb Coulter versus Cesaro and Paul Heyman. The only thing I care about was Paul Heyman's hilarious joke. I think it was the best joke of the year. He said knock knock, and I said who's there? He said Mike, my client, Brock Lesnar. No, but what do you guys think about Paul Heyman and where? I mean, obviously, it feels like Paul Heyman is bigger than Cesaro right now. Eric, do you have any thoughts on that?
I think they're just kind of dragging it out because they know that Heyman's a really, really good heel, and what makes a good heel is something that annoys the crowd as well. Like Vicky Guerrero saying "Excuse me," now it's Paul Heyman with "My client." So I think that's the way they're going with that. But talking about with Cesaro and Swagger, even throwing in Rob Van Dam in the mix, that'd be something I'd love to see at the pay per view, but it won't happen maybe in the future.
Yeah, it won't be this pay-per-view, but it's obviously going to be a thing. It's going to be Cesaro RVD. I think it's the next thing. Once this Jack Swagger thing blows over and the Real Americans are broke up completely, it's going to be RVD versus uh, Cesaro because it's Paul Heyman guy versus ex Paul Heyman guy, and I think it'll be a good thing for them. John, you want to comment on that at all?
I agree with you. I think Paul Heyman is overshadowing Cesaro only because his client beat the Undertaker streak. I mean, and
So
go ahead.
So yeah, I mean that alone makes you. I mean, you have to. He beat the streak, the one and only streak we've ever had, the biggest streak in wrestling history. That's why he still should be number 2 in the power rankings or number 1 in my mind because he's still beat. Even though he's gone, he beat the streak, and that's Paul Heyman is the advocate. He's the mouthpiece. How do you not talk about it?
But I think that he may be overshadowing Cesaro, but I could understand WWE's logic there because going into that, the Cesaro was wildly over, and then you knew Paul Heyman's going to be, Brock's going to go somewhere, so you're going to have that face with Paul Heyman there every week. So you got to get the two hottest commodities right now together. I think the only reason that he's overshadowing Cesaro is because he's a talker, and this week's match with Jack Swagger wasn't the greatest. So, but I mean, they'll get there, and sooner or later that can be turned into an angle. Like, hey, I'm not getting the recognition that you promised me. You're overshadowing me because your client Brock Lesnar, which will probably be the way they set up Cesaro versus Brock Lesnar.
I mean, the best part of the match was when Paul Heyman pulled on Dutch, or damn it, Zeb. I always say Dutch Mantel. Zeb Coulter's beard or mustache. That was the best part. Yeah, Eric, you got some of that. A little bit on there. All right, so we'll move on. Oh, you want to touch on that?
No, there's only one thing that I think that would be interesting is if anybody else agrees with me, probably something people can add in the comments to the video. But what do we think of Cesaro's music? I don't think it fits him very well at all.
I think John seems to like it, if I remember from last week.
Yeah, it's got that it factor. Like Stone Cold had the glass breaking. It's got that thing that everybody immediately recognizes who it is. The siren.
It's got the siren, which is a beginning part which you need, but I don't think the siren is a key piece. It is what Stone Cold had with the beginning piece of the music. But that siren is just annoying, and then you barely hear his music. I don't think it's that great, honestly. But when in Rome.
Golly, I guess, whatever.
All right, the next thing we'll talk about real quick is the God, I don't even want to, but Brie Bella versus Paige. Dan and Bryan came out to get an apology from Stephanie McMahon. She made a match for Brie versus Paige for championship. Kane did what Kane did 10 years ago and came out of the ring all scary. John, give me your opinion on the Kane crap tonight.
Well, going back to Paige versus the Bella, I don't know which one.
Brie.
Is it Brie?
The pretty one.
Oh, they're not identical?
No, duh.
What? Where have I been? Anyway, I think that's got potential to be an actually really good Divas match. Paige hit that top rope maneuver, and I summoned my old Vince McMahon. I was like, what a maneuver! And of course, it's not going to be a clean finish, but I think that's a great match maybe in the future for the Divas. Kane, like you said, it's been done. Taker did it in '85. Kane did it in 1976. It's been done, been there, done that. I like the fact that they're trying to make him look strong, like there's a chance. It's good. Just like WrestleMania. You knew Daniel Bryan's going to win, even though they're not going to openly say Daniel Bryan's going to win. There's no way Kane wins a title. I'm sorry. No.
No, there's not any way. And it was dumb all around. Eric, your opinion on that whole debacle that happened with Kane tonight, and how Brie Bella ran back in the ring. By the way, everybody noticed that she got away, got out of the ring, and then crawled back in the ring.
Yeah, Daniel Bryan's yelling at Brie, "Go, go!" and then she climbs back into the ring. Yeah, typical. Like John said, the Divas match has potential for later on down the road, but it was a really, really good match for what wrestling there was. But of course, we just need to see a little bit of Kane, Daniel Bryan tonight. It's kind of sad that unfortunately after WrestleMania, Daniel Bryan hasn't been able to have a lot of time due to unseen circumstances with his father and then his wedding. So, but only like a 5-minute little promo tonight. Yeah, wasn't worth it.
No, it was pretty bad. It sucks. I mean, I know we had the wedding already planned, and then and then he sorry, then he had the death of his father, which sucks. And they did good last week by getting the crap beat out of him so we get out there and get to his father. But I mean, it's a new week. Give him some time on the mic. Give him a match. Obviously, we know he's not really hurt. Everybody's human here. We all know what's going on. We all understand how WWE works. He's not really hurt. Of course, I told Chokes him out there. I've said it before WrestleMania. I'll say it before Extreme Rules. You got to make the guy look weak before he gets to that match. The good guys always got to look weak. It's just how they run. And I wish they would stop that because it's so predictable.
Yeah, how much more do we have to do with this with Daniel Bryan? Triple H, he beat the crap out of him. Kane's beating the crap out of him. So come on, make him look strong.
It seems like the same storyline to me, just with a different character.
Yeah.
But
And then the other thing that kind of upsets me is that earlier today, that Sheamus was on a local TV show promoting Raw, and he announced the dark match main event, and Daniel Bryan was wrestling in it. So it's like, if he's going to be in the dark match, why not wrestle on the show? I don't get it. It doesn't make sense. He's like, oh, I'm not cleared this week, but he's going to wrestle in the dark match? Come on, man. Come on.
That's the whole point of the dark match.
Yeah, that's the dark match. It's different storylines and everything.
Cody, I was the one that told you that.
That's not true. Anyways, moving on to that subject here. We kind of skipped over it a little bit. The opening promo with Bray Wyatt and John Cena was great. I think it was great. I appreciated it. I liked the creepiness of it. Who doesn't like to have some 12-year-old choirs singing "The Whole World in Your Hands"? Eric, give me your opinion on what you thought about the opening segment and John Cena first. You thought he was coming off as a heel, maybe. Kind of swung it back. What's the deal? Is he going to be a heel, face? What's up with that?
I just think the company's teasing us once again that John Cena could possibly turn heel. Like you said, I did like the whole idea with Bray Wyatt and the choir and the mask. Amazing. I liked it. Some people didn't, I've heard. But when it came to like Cena with him teasing and then later on he apologized, oh, I'm so sorry, I've all thrown out of whack by this. It's like, yes, Super Cena's only weakness is kids that don't like him. I mean, come on, give me a break.
Yeah, it's kind of getting to the point now where I wish he would turn heel. I would probably appreciate him a little more as a performer because you can only be a face for so. Even Hulk Hogan could only be a face for so long, and he still had to go away and come back as a heel. At some point, you got to make me. And I think Extreme Rules might be that time. I've said it the last 2 podcasts now. This will be a third one in a row. That I think that they're hiding this evil Cena. He's going to come out. He's going to go nuts. He's going to boo the fan. John, your opinion.
Really, like I told you when we were watching Raw, and I think it's just an it factor that they're going to hint at it. So guys will be like, shh, hey, Cena's going to do it. He's going to do it. No. And then they backtrack later on in the show, and it's just so stupid to me. I mean, just commit to the storyline, really. I don't know what Kelvin was talking about on Facebook. He absolutely hated that promo from Bray Wyatt, and I think it was genius. It was something you've never seen. I don't recall the last time a guy got an entire choir full of people to come sing a song and then just like creepily sit in the dark. And I mean, it was flirting with the PG thing. Come on, but I don't know. I liked it. I thought it was different. I don't know. It was just really good. And he didn't say anything either. He just sang a song, and that's the best. The best promos, the best talkers, are the ones that don't have to say anything really. You know what I'm saying?
I honestly think it was a great promo. I liked how it started. I didn't know what was going on. You saw the kids singing. And John Cena was, his head was down like this, and he was all upset. And then, the Wyatts, they walked down the ring singing the song, and then they cut to all the kids with a sheet mask on, which is creepy. I don't care what you say. Those sheet masks are creepy as hell. Those are some backyard West Virginia creepy stuff. And
Yeah.
And then you got Bray Wyatt sitting in a chair with a kid on his lap with a sheet mask, and they're just zooming in on the sheet mask. It's fucking creepy. It's something that we've never seen in the WWE before. You don't get the creepy factor. You don't get this like eerie, crab, like he does a crab walk thing with it's just so different. It's awesome to me. I loved it. Kelvin, I know you're watching this. You're crazy, brother. You're crazy. It was awesome. It was an amazing promo. He didn't have to talk. Bray Wyatt's actions speak for himself. He doesn't need to talk all the time. Even though he got the best promos ever too.
And maybe Cena was a little upset too because they probably involved some Make-A-Wish kids, and it broke his heart.
Yeah, well, we won't get into that one, will we, John?
No. And you know, another thing too, some of these promos they go through 3 commercial breaks, and it's just like you're like, this is going on a little long. They were just doing the song through 3 commercial breaks, and I couldn't get enough of it. It was better than half the matches tonight.
It was one of the longest segments of the night, and still, to me, the best one. By far. That's how bad you guys are doing, WWE writers.
Hire us.
Yeah, really. I could write anything. Look at our articles on sports-kings.com/ringkings. Check them out.
Yeah.
All right. So the next topic, number 1 contenders match for Intercontinental title was tonight, the final one. Bad News Barrett versus Rob Van Dam. I'm a sad puppy. I'm an RVD guy since he started. Obviously, Bad News won. John, a little intake on what you think. Did you see Bad News winning it? Do you see him really getting a push right now, or what?
Oh yeah, he's coming off an injury. I can't remember who said it, but the best thing that can ever happen for you is to get injured, because you're obviously going to be thrown into a title picture when you come back. But the thing is, Wade Barrett, Bad News Barrett, he's got charisma to give away. He's not bad in the ring. He knows how to tell a story. He can talk. He has everything. And a couple of years ago, before he dislocated his elbow, he read he was in line to win Money in the Bank. So maybe they're just taking a little bit slower approach, make sure he's 100% healed, and that throws right into the Money in the Bank thing again, because by that time he should be established again as an in-ring competitor. I like it, I really do. My question for you, Cody, is RVD finally lost. He is not number 1 in the power rankings. I'm sorry.
You're right. I won't make him number 1. He'll be up there, but not number 1. Anyways, all right, Eric, your opinion.
It was a really good match. RVD was actually hitting his moves on a couple weeks ago. He wasn't doing too well. But when it comes to Barrett, yes, I saw him winning. They are pushing him. I'm glad because I like Wade Barrett, surprisingly. But then, too, I could actually see...
You kind of look like him a little bit. Like, turn this side real quick. You got like a good... Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, he's got a straw jawline.
Yeah. But I think I could see him winning the IC belt as well, because there's enough contenders that can do a good storyline, especially finally you might be able to see it, Wade Barrett and Sheamus. But then, like you were saying too, before, yeah, I think he was in line to win Money in the Bank, and maybe that they are trying to push him a little bit. Yeah, I don't see it happening in a couple months, but I could see him holding the IC belt and actually giving it some credibility.
We need to bring credibility back to the IC belt. It used to be a great thing to have, and I think this tournament started off right. I don't know if Wade Barrett's going to be the guy to make it credible. I think he's going to make it big again because of how big he is right now with a comeback from the injury, and they're pushing him real hard, and the whole Bad News Barrett thing. It's going to be a good match. Biggie doesn't win. Wade Barrett obviously wins, to me. I mean, we'll go over that in a minute. That's going to be one of the topics we finish off the night with his predictions.
By the way, that kick that RVD threw a couple of weeks ago that never landed, it landed with that missing Malaysian plane.
There you go. Now they're even.
The mystery is solved, guys.
Scooby-Doo nailed it again. All right, so the last topic tonight, or the last Raw topic tonight, will be the Roman Reigns versus Randy Orton. Evolution came out, obviously, with Ric Flair. If you didn't watch it, then you're an idiot for watching this podcast. You should have watched Raw. But Eric, give me a little.
Spoilers.
Yeah, this is totally spoilers. Don't watch this before you watch Raw. But Eric, give me a little backstory of what happened with Ric Flair, and then what your opinion is on it.
Well, you have Evolution come out. They're talking smack as usual, and then you had the Shield come down, which was kind of disappointing they weren't wearing their masks.
That's 2 weeks in a row, by the way.
Yeah,
I love those masks.
Yeah, bring them back.
But I love those masks.
Bring them back. Maybe at the pay-per-view they'll have some red ones for Extreme Rules.
If Bottom was on right now, he'd be crying because they weren't wearing the mask.
Yeah. So they're all set up in the ring. They've been talking back and forth, that the Shield is the next thing, that they are the now, they are the future type of idea. And then we have good old Ric Flair come out and
Woo!
thank you, John. Um, Come out and of course, he's talking to the guys, giving the Evolution hugs and everything. And I don't know what he was talking about sometimes because he's talking about having a prime rib, I think, with Triple H. I mean, come on. But then he basically turns his back and says that the Shield is the next big thing. And then walks out of the ring.
So does that mean he's done with Evolution?
I don't know. Maybe they just need to throw him in there. I don't know what they're doing with it. I kind of think it was kind of pointless if we really didn't need to see Ric Flair come out. But it would have been better at the pay-per-view, I think. That would have been the key thing. Not on Raw, but it is Raw right before the pay-per-view.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was it's Evolution. They're back, the whole 9 yards. They had to show Ric Flair. Everything's got to be kosher. John, what do you think about it?
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of Flair being back. He didn't do anything enough for me. Yeah, he seemed out of it. He's 958,000 years old. There's no reason. So
He couldn't even really woo that much. I think he wooed once, and that was it.
Because he was too drunk. He had to be drunker than Stone Cold after drinking a whole truck full of beer. You can't tell me you don't think he was drunk.
Oh, he was God. Oh man, no. He was like 27 bottles of rum in.
Here's like John after one Smirnoff.
Yeah.
Heyo.
Hey-o. All right. So I don't know. I think it's dumb. I see how it's Evolution and they want to bring all 4 members back, but Jesus, come on. Ric Flair should just go home, sit in his rocking chair, watch his daughter Charlotte look really huge, and wrestle around a little bit and do nothing else because she's terrible. But anyway, I'm sick of the Ric Flair thing.
But,
I don't know.
But what about the match, though? I think personally the match looks strong.
It did. It was a good. But the match gets outweighed by Ric Flair coming out.
Yeah, it does. But I'm just saying that the performance of the match was actually pretty good.
And that's the problem with WWE these days. Is it's not. You have these great performers and great matches, but you don't overlook them because you have these stupid gimmicks with them.
Writing's awful.
It is, and that's what it is. The gimmicks are so bad nowadays that the gimmick. I say gimmick as writing about it too. It's so bad that it avoids it. Like the Page and the Page match night with Brie Bella was a great match for. Was it Brie? Yeah, Brie superplexed. Was she superplexed Page or was Page superplexed her?
Page superplexed her.
A woman superplexed another woman off the top rope. That's amazing.
Yeah.
No crowd reaction either.
Nothing at all because they're waiting for some stupid Kane thing.
Yeah, there was a little bit of reaction to Paige, when she's doing her scream, but that was about it.
But that's about it.
Yeah.
I mean, a superplex. A woman on another woman did a superplex. That's a crazy thing in women's division. It's happened before, yes, but it's not very often. It makes me mad because the wrestling is so good nowadays. The talent is there. Your Sami Zayn's down below, and you bring it up this Adrian Neville. What's his name? Adam
Rose.
Yeah, you bring that guy up.
Adam Rose.
God, come on. Just give me a 10-day contract to write for WWE, and I promise you, fans will be happy.
And you know what? It's a snowball effect too, because you know why there's bad writing? Because the fans nowadays are stupid. So you're gonna get called this Adam Rose guy up because the 12-year-old kids that they're aiming their the product to are gonna love him. They're gonna think it's the coolest thing ever. They're gonna hear that music and they're gonna download it from iTunes and they're gonna go to school.
They're gonna have a sucker in their mouth and say, "That's fun." Yeah.
And I wouldn't say it needs to be the Attitude Era again. It's just we need to get better viewers watching that understand what wrestling is, and then the writing will please the people that are watching, and then the performers will perform better. It all goes back to the fans, in my opinion. I don't know. Nah.
Maybe it could be too that they were in St. Louis and St. Louis just lost for the cup and they're mad because of CM Punk.
You can't expect anything from a crowd in the South. We've said it on this podcast before. We'll say it again.
But the thing is,
South sucks.
St. Louis is normally a really hot crowd. If you go back and watch some of the other shows that they have there, they rival New York, and they know how to respect wrestling, and I don't. I mean, it's just crazy to me that they were so out of it. And
I'm
a guy
blaming.
named Keith was spotted with an underage girl at a Hawks game, a Blackhawks game. People are saying CM Punk.
Yeah, no, that I mean, I think that's
Same
what it
fucking
is.
AJ.
Is St. Louis lost to the Blackhawks, and CM Punk was at that game, so that's
Damn
what it
you,
is.
CM Punk!
Yep, it's his fault. It's his fault. Anyways, I digress. We should move on.
We are. So we're gonna finish off like we do every single week before the pay-per-view with predictions. I'm gonna go through. I'm gonna tell you the match. You guys gonna tell me your answers. I don't need a reason. I don't need a why. I want a winner. And we'll start with John. El Torito versus Hornswoggle in the WLC match. John, go ahead.
Everybody wins.
That's very true. Eric?
I could care less, honestly, about the match. I'm a Debbie Downer with it, but I'm not looking forward to that match.
And you all know that I'm a huge fan of the midget. Sorry, damn it. Small people are wrestling.
I take offense to that, little people.
Sorry, little people.
You can leave our podcast.
El Torito wins on a moonsault.
There
All
you
right.
go.
The next one we'll go with is Big E Langston versus Bad News Barrett. John,
Wade Barrett.
Eric,
Wade Barrett, but because he goes off the top of the Bad News Tower thing.
well that's different. I'm gonna go with Wade, but I don't think it's clean. I think it's gonna be a not clean match. Some happens somehow. It's Wade Barrett. He's a heel. He can't win clean against Big E, the face. Next one we'll go with Paige versus Tamika Snuka. John, Eric.
I think it's going to be Paige, and hopefully because of return of AJ.
I agree completely with Eric. It's going to be Paige wins on her little, was it Paige Turner, and then it's going to be AJ Lee and her for the rematch. Next one, Bray Wyatt, John Cena. Eric, go ahead.
Wyatt's got to win. We got to keep this going. Wyatt's going to win.
This one, give me a reason why.
Because I don't see the storyline ending, and if Cena won at WrestleMania and he wins here at Extreme Rules, it's done and over with. I don't see John Cena going, I'll give you a third shot. No, I want to see this win. And maybe we can get Cena to push a little bit more towards the heel.
All right, John.
I was still on mute.
Try again.
It's Bray Wyatt, just like Eric said. It goes 1-1. You can't end it on 2-0. And it furthers the storylines. It keeps Cena in something. And it's still a main event caliber match for Bray Wyatt. So, yeah. It goes 1-1. They end it next pay-per-view.
I'm going to go with John Cena. John Cena wins because he gets that deep, dark John Cena. I hate Cena. You guys all know I hate Cena. But John Cena turns heel. He gets mean. He gets nasty. It's Extreme Rules. And he loses the fan base. He loses everything. This is where John Cena turns heel. It's Sunday at Extreme Rules. Mark my words. Listen to me now. WWE, when you watch this podcast, know I said it. I predicted it. John Cena wins, and he goes nuts. Like nasty nuts. Like Terry Funk nuts.
Throws a chair to the crowd. Oh, wait, that's too extreme.
Does he turn heel and join the Wyatts?
No, he just turns heel. Wyatt's already face. Wyatt's already face. Tell me I'm wrong. That's what I thought. All right, next match. Alexander Rusev, Xavier Woods, and R-Truth. Eric, who cares? Go ahead.
Lana, yeah. Rusev, yeah.
All right, John.
Rusev in a squash.
Yeah, I agree. Rusev just destroys him. Even though tonight on Raw, that Xavier Woods and R-Truth got their little push. But like I said, I always say, if you're looking good before the pay-per-view, you're going to lose at it. Eric, The Shield versus Evolution. And give an explanation, because this is a big one.
This one's kind of tough. I don't know if there's actually going to be an actual win, but if anything, I would say Evolution, they come out on top to continue this feud. To look, and then later on down in the summer, Shield will pull up on top.
I'm gonna take the next one here, and John, you can get last because you whatever. Who cares who you are? Evolution doesn't win. Evolution gets destroyed. The one main reason, Dave Batista is leaving the WWE very soon to promote his movie. So Evolution, John talked about last week, I think it was last week or 2 weeks ago. Batista's gone. He's got to go promote this movie. So they can't make Evolution strong. They have to let the Shield, digress into winning, which eventually will push Roman Reigns to that number one spot. He's going to be here. And within the next 8 months, Roman Reigns ends up being the champion. So Shield wins, Evolution destructed. Ric Flair still drinks beer every night. John, go ahead.
Well, obviously Flair's going to come in and stone cold stunner them all, and he's going to win the match for him. Now,
if he can walk.
Yeah, win in Rome. No, I don't think that there is any way you can't. Nobody can lose this match, really. And I think what's going to end up happening is Shield wins it because everybody wins. It's going to be a great match. They write Dave Batista off TV because Shield just decimates him, and he's too hurt to show up. So he's going to go promote his movie. But you can still further the storyline with whoever wins. And then, at SummerSlam, it's going to be Roman Reigns versus Triple H. And that's really all that matters, is just getting there, because everybody wants to see it, and you can tell a great story in the process, no matter what.
Very good call, very good call. All right, John, Daniel Bryan versus Kane.
Daniel Bryan.
Explanation?
He's awesome. Yes.
All right, Eric?
I'm going to go with Daniel Bryan. I hope to see something really extreme for Extreme Rules in this match, though. That's the one thing I hope.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Daniel Bryan myself, too. Just because it's Kane. It's Kane. He's been around forever. Nobody really has... He doesn't have a huge fan base. Good or bad Kane, corporate or demon Kane. He's still Kane. Not a huge fan base. I'm hoping, once Daniel Bryan wins this, that whole Kane thing's over with. I don't know.
Yeah. But then who's next?
Well, then we go. That's where we find out. You know what I mean? There's a lot of up and comers coming. You never know.
Stay tuned for next week.
Cesaro?
Not yet.
Not yet. All right. Here's one more question. One more quick one. Match of the night at Extreme Rules. John, go.
I want to say Paige, but no. It's going to be Evolution Shield.
Eric?
I agree with John. I really would like to see the Divas match do great just because I love Paige. But yeah, the six-man tag Evolution is going to outshine the WWE World Title again, just like it's 2004.
I'm gonna go off you guys again. I gotta say, Bray Wyatt, John Cena could be a match tonight. Best two workers, best two mouths right now. I think they just have it. They have the it factor. You got any questions or anything about what you heard tonight? Hit us up on www.sports-kings.com/ringkings. Leave us a comment. Check out our articles. Check out Eric's Twitter. What is it?
At The Personality.
John, what's your Twitter?
JJ_SK28.
You can find us at Twitter at ringkingssk. I am Cody White. My Twitter handle is at WLater30. Once again, it's been an amazing episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you need comments, likes, whatever, hit them up. Let us know. We're always here for it.
Believe in the
Next
Shield.
time.
Make sure to share the video.
Share it.
Believe in the Shield. Captain America.